So many people tell me that they can't meditate. And lots of times the goal of meditation is to just calm down the mind. Here's a breath practice that'll help you calm the mind and maybe help you meditate. So I used to teach this breath practice early on Friday mornings in Insight Timer. And what's nice about it is it's relatively simple once you get the hang of it. And you can practice it any time. It's not like you have to say, all right, I have to dedicate 20 minutes a day. You can do it any time for as little or as long as you'd like. And it's called nadi shodhana. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe through alternate nostrils. So if you aren't used to nadi shodhana, or breathing through alternate nostrils, you might want to grab a tissue, because lots of times we get a little snotty certain times of the day or certain times of the year. So go ahead and grab a tissue if you feel a little snotty right now. And you also want to sit either on the floor or on a chair, or maybe sit on a block or a bolster or a pillow to keep your chest upright. Ultimately, you want just a neutral spine, because we want to make sure that the shoulders can roll open and the chest can be broad to allow as much oxygen as possible. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable. And before we actually breathe through alternate nostrils, what we want to do is we want to expand the lungs just a little bit. And so this is going to help us get centered, because lots of times we tear in and tear out of meditation and then wonder why we can't meditate or breathe. So let's just sit for a moment and see where our breath is right now. So is it shallow? Take a moment to notice. What is your state of mind right now? And what's the state, the quality of your breath? And what that means is, where is it housed? How deep is it? So lots of times, if I'm not paying attention, I'll notice that my breath is just kind of very shallow around my chest. Let's see if we can expand it a little bit. So with the next inhale, see if you can breathe in through the bottom of your ribs. So see if you can expand the ribs. The diaphragm pushes your innards out. And feel the chest open, the shoulders relax, and then exhale. So you can breathe in through the nose or breathe in through the mouth. It's really your choice. So take notice here. Breathe in deep. Begin to invite the breath to get a little deeper. And then can you breathe in through your nose? So maybe that will be a signal to you to grab a Kleenex if you haven't already. Maybe count. How long does it take for you to breathe in? We don't have a goal of breathing in longer. We just take notice here. And see if we can really make it deeper. So now let's think about the goal of opening the chest a little bit deeper. And keep breathing while I explain to you this practice. So we're going to use our thumb and our ring finger to close off either nostril. And that might be a little bit awkward to you at first. So if it does get a little bit panicky, then make sure that you just practice for the first time, or whatever time it is for you, just imagine the air going through one nostril, not the other. And even if you're feeling really congested, you can do that as well. And you want to close your index finger and your middle finger. And you can use your right hand, but if you use your left, that's fine too. But just note that when I cue you, you're going to have the opposite fingers. So what I'll do is we're going to breathe in through the left nostril. So you don't need to do it just yet, but the key is you breathe in through the left nostril, close off the left nostril, and breathe out through the right nostril. And then you breathe in through the right, and then breathe out through the left. So you want to keep with your pace of breath. So we're going to do 3 rounds together, and then I'll let you go on your own. Okay? So get your hand gesture ready, and breathe out all of your air. So let's close off the right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale through the left. So keep your breath deep. Close off the left. Exhale through the right nostril. Exhale completely. The breath is always going to be complete. Inhale through the right. Close off the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Feel the lungs expand. Exhale through the right. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your chest open. Inhale through the right. Close off the right. Exhale through the left. One more round together. Inhale through the left. Close off the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Deep breaths. Exhale through the left. So that's 3 rounds. So continue on your own at your pace, but always think about deep, deep breaths. If you feel a little dizzy, remember to exhale completely. And take notice, maybe one nostril is a little bit more dominant than the other. It doesn't mean anything like you're more creative or you're more logical. It's just certain times of the day, one nostril is going to be dominant. In the yoga tradition, some had learned that you breathe in through one nostril dominant certain times of the day, like before dinner, before a big meal, another nostril when you're trying to digest. But this is about balance. Just focus on the quality of the breath coming in and going out. Deepen. And just notice the feeling of your fingers against your nose, and maybe the feeling of the breath against your upper lip, or maybe the temperature going in and coming out. Certainly, if this is the first time you've practiced this breath, your mind is going to be probably focused on, oh, do I get it right? But as you get the hang of it, you begin to really focus on the quality of the breath and notice something new. Really, what's mindfulness all about? Those people who've practiced with me Friday morning might hear Kona snoring in the background, which she always tends to do when I do this breath. So this breath helps with concentration. And that's really what happens in the yogic path, is we practice pranayama to settle the chitta vrittis, the mental fluctuations that keep us frazzled. So all these practices serve to help us stay along a path that bears fruit, not only for ourselves but for others. So the research, let's do one more round together. If you finish early, you can just sit quietly with your palms in your lap. So the research on this actually shows that this breath practice does improve focus and concentration. There's something about just the using your motor skills and you're focusing on the breath allows you to kind of anchor your mind in the present moment, so that when you give a speech or something, you're able to focus on it rather than the panic. And sit for a moment and notice your state of mind right now. Notice the quality of your breath right now. And it doesn't matter how often or how long you practice. The key is that you practice it often. So make it kind of your go-to practice. Just whenever you need a little bit of calm, a little bit of awareness, a little bit of centering. Maybe just before you reach for your phone, maybe take a few rounds of nadi shodhana and see if you really need to pick up that notification. So wherever you are in the world, take care.